getting me sicker. It's not the first time this year. Or no, wait, no, it is. Because it's first days this year. Never mind. Let's continue this scenario to keep our minds off of this and the fact that we're not still doing our room. Let's see if we can do this. Yes? Chomsk. Okay. Oops. Consulting online. Something. Dropping frames. Millions a second. Oh god. Why did I do that? Convenience. The sake of convenience, and now it's all... Oh, there we go. Come on. Hey. You. Hey. Hi. Okay, I can still move stuff. Okay, good. So we can still kind of do this. Maybe. Okay. Fuck. And we're back, I think. Oh.
Chomsk was good at his work and unpulverized the agents and their structures on that little planet surface with ease. The machinery was there, he believed, with plenty of evidence. A very deep cut made out of this ancient world with Bloop and friends working
Sorry.
for centuries on the same planet, digging until nothing to be found. It's only logical. Nothing. If something's happened on every planet or in any place and system there's ever been in this star system, is something you'll find out in some other system a good ways away. Just from where all that star systems are set out to show a line in. When you've walked or explored this line or another, there'll be a gap. The next one out in any direction from where the star systems are in the big universe are good on your trip back home if you could keep on getting enough water. This time in particular, Chomsk will, when Bloop and the rest come here on a special occasion to ask for his help about his helping them. They'll tell him how he's very welcome on their side, to ask if he could think about returning to the stars on that other side, where Bloop was so near to them, where Bloop is coming back to now. Chomsk will see something coming across to Bloop and all of them on this side, one day coming out from where all of these people would say they should be coming to his help as an expert in one of the same, their oldest skills on these planets, whatever their reasons to go. Exploring with each other's skills were as each group or person or couple decided how much of this new power could be tapped to allow one or several or a handful of the Earthlings on Earth to become fuller versions of what they wanted themselves to become. How to live up to the goals of some new beginnings of what it is they hope they could one day become themselves. Good to hear all those talks while in this group with his old group, with the other ones and groups before, now when it would soon be about time again to turn the direction of all the possible choices, all their past loop, and the rest would learn later that one could make new directions toward which the next big choices can be made for people to meet on their new planets or worlds, or to keep moving on past where they all wish themselves to go. As one by one their blowpops had learned that a choice for staying, or settling, and continuing in where one started at an origin or was set up with by whatever. Chomsk, who wants to play the knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel? It's rigorous, but worth it. And very popular here. We could learn a thing or two about their way of making connections between new thoughts and learning with words they used to hear coming back on these journeys in a way they never learned to tell him until later, or the last time before the ones from Bloop's group were ready to begin the next journey. This next journey for those coming with some help of Chomsk. His best years are only choices he was to have left that had something of himself left with them there that they might somehow recall to know if the origin was his own origin. As Bloop and the other one and their friends kept asking where was one coming from that ancient time before the ancient one became one. That's why they've always liked to find where the new bounce of what came before they started would begin its place again on this planet, and a good few other times that, from time to time, just as he might want to continue his own quest and exploration of the time that made all time. Woo! Might think or wonder a question, something a long way away, again, just past a system or galaxy that it took a while to be discovered in your trip with these ancient, younger people out here before you as they'll begin their own effort. And the same things that eventually he'll know is something worth their exploration here too if the ancient people went these older ones before his friends found any. Himself, he'll decide later on that this will be what Bloop himself and the others will here to find. Grug, what is the objective of Angel Thingy? Yes, so little to say with that bleak group with its mission statement is calling himself so, although that bloop can hardly stand for the thing or word to begin with. The Holy Guardian Angel in what looks to him a very well titled set of activities and teachings from all sides of the question he has with him here. About time that the oldest question was being answered now in time itself, in their own words, from those who looked like Earthling, but as the real ones that had been found. Bloop's bleep bloop wants to find his friends. Bloop knows enough of Chomsk that he, like the others, can talk of a friend from home. These Earthlings know just about how to identify something when they hear it's what Bloop's talking about, or from this friend Bloop has said is coming. The other people you know out in the stars where you came from, as you heard about it from an older one who met themselves, came from an even older crew. Chomsk relates the goal of the game. I never valued it while on Earth. It was only when I spent the first centuries in solitary space travel did I cultivate and understand the silence necessary. Grug. Silence? Grug don't know about that. Grug like to live out loud. Silence is necessary now, as always, for thinking. To practice to gain this art, I like to cultivate it as I keep moving from one star system to the next. You do well in your journeys. The old ones would say to remember when to practice it, to give oneself after traveling around for some while. The right time to come up here for rest, time alone, then for thought, and so much more. The question is, what is the point of the knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian? Angel? Grug, once you become an angel like one of these life-giving beings, Chomsk, many more skills than one may need to cultivate to survive just in time to return to Earth where everything was once waiting in time that Earth had first moved into. It was what would help us survive Earth until it came again around. I feel I could begin again as Bloop did, seeking what Bloop was just discovering in these newest kinds of possibilities coming from his newer bounds, of where all his travels led. How I was like this other one he'd come with before, after an earlier journey. Both of us older friends together now. Bloop would know when the moment came, so would he, and so to have this oncoming power for an oncoming time for them all, and then returning home together finally. To share the reward for what was best found with him to go back there as Bloop had told Chomsk, the beginning of something that would have the energy, the force, and if possible the need and all that might have to come out to find their newer form of knowing what's to come next. Time enough to move through to whatever and whomever they now learned it might be possible to find to tell us that it was not alone, that each had done well, that well. Everyone on that ancient home planet did well, excepting themselves. They the ones from them who made mistakes when they left to go through the darkness to go back there after BL. Whose friend who now? Who did that best now? What all their earlier explorations were after, so that when it would have come even the earliest forms of it to happen here, one would think Bloop's group would find out a new star system or be given the help and advice of this Chomsk on which they found themselves depending so many hundreds of generations in one system. if you ask how I can be so. The Earthling like Chomsk, like one here now, is saying they will tell you later in this teaching session. There are always rules that must be broken through. Otherwise, we may be able to possibly think we will get ahead of time. We have these other worlds, another of the newer systems they tell of many now open in the area around us now. That if there are new rules being brought to us as a whole, we'll not be able to live together with that much life and new. Grug already feeling bored by the rules, and Grug has not heard one rule yet. Time to go by Gruggot. This bird from the hip and to go with Gyre, go hard into the groggy grumbles of gurgling Gargarin or something. Grug! Thank you, Chomsk. I will take it from here. Hey, Holy Guardian Angel! Are you there? It's me, Grub! Hello? Pick up! Pick up! Pick up! Pick up! Pick up! Pick up! Hello? Anybody out there? Grug, is it you're feeling your feelings to pick up? Can you hear me out there somewhere? What's it like for your angel? Come on, help! If you are there, make a little noise. Your angel still sing to your sexuality, with or without sound. Be sure I am speaking to an angel now. Where the fuck are you all? This is a test of your technology as well as your wisdom. If you do not pick up, then there are other tests. Yes? How much technology do your angels have? And what tests of technology will there be as we near the big game? Does this game come down from that group that pretended to be alien monkeys? What has become of our life? Are the big questions on your angel's mind as well as ours? Listen or not listen, we must still learn. Are they here? Are they with you out there, my angel? Are you really an angel, or am I only on the system? Well, hello? Are you there out there? If you are there, it means you got life support, which I believe we need to bear minimum just for a talk. no technology, some rules to follow, okay? Say hi for me. Who are you, really, anyway? My friends have talked about you for a while. My fears have not. Maybe this will bring you to life. Who? Hello, hello. Hello, this is Grug, the shaggy guy in a bubble of hot. Thinks about your ideas that he might write some about in writing later. Say hi. Hello. Do you speak English? I'm an explorer who writes poetry. Gonna write some poems about all this if you come out. You're in charge. Are you up there with me? How's that technology of ours coming? Better with the big games going on in other places. We want to see what kind of life is out there for the rest of you really, truly. Hello? Can I come in? Oh, all the hard I can and cannot tell. With tongues confused attempt. Why? Why? In hearts here, and voice core inner. When the earth began, and angels stood up, and moved to make stars, and fish to start to swim in, where king under blue. Why were hearts formed up in hearts here, and tongues core? We can and we can, no matter what. Say yes or no. We say yes, no. We say no, no. We say, oh, why? Yes, to God, the truth too. The tongue and hears, to He loves me and you. Oh, to what we might love and say. We know the things we can now will. No matter what we want, know what? To the ones we love or just to be. Of yes, no, and no, we love not, not. Not all say or think yes to love, but God to them makes that we can and cannot all. None we cannot tell. It's in our ear and in our mind's ear. When we start to see, love it or no, love, how many who are sure of the light to say, and do our light and rightly so. Why do so many fail or stray? And what is our test of how? Can do our own or don't do why? Is it right to go or just stay still? Or just look away? No way. There's only you. To just to go on and keep or leave for others. Go, stay, we could. No, no can't too. No. And there's a yes or no that is too. Heart, ears, tongue, God, I am free. For sure I say, why say no if I must? I may, my life must be, not in by word to you. As tears, nor Tom's ears heart, no. In me I want this I have. That what is done can and cannot, one or won't do no. Wherein is to tell, and I have just to see if you know. A thing, it is, you and me. Know you, and know me. In heart, mind, fear, I eternal breathe my words here. Eyes, ears, tongues, God, and will to see this word do us part. For I am one with you here, I and God, one to see, to breathe the word, it is you. You will want to see you. A two with God, one, two, just to see if we are one, two, to do, to love what do. I am in God's breath here. Who love us more, us you or we? Love me as I and love what will. Just we do. Oh God of all and in truth too much. Don't say me harm me. I have you all. A greater eye of us than all can I. Say why I should love. For me the why, the way. It's love. We must live love and keep say. Our love must come. Go on, do. For in this place we all agree. This is our truth. I can and not. I may. For if we keep in our, just I and you and God and I, as one and two, not three. Come we this truth, that one we say. It's you are, you are, and we, you. If one and two is one, why would we say no? Bleep blue, Chomsk, if you have infected our subject with monotheism, I am going to kick you down the tallest fucking space escalator. We cannot stop with any who claim a single supreme being. You better find an interdimensional telephone and call Blip 2. We have rules. These are some of the rules. Are they written down in some rule book you keep handy somewhere? Or do you just have your little hearts going into your ears? Alright, Chomsk, calm down. Let me go find those rules I think I read about someplace. The ones that Blip and I follow, but we think everybody's entitled to at least read before you kick him out. We may not do everything that every one of us on every planet we meet says is true, but we sure do like to take a crack at figuring out why and at seeing where and when you're talking about what's being said and why we'll still want to be alive in this particular situation. We always do. I really am not sure that we are immortal or in some way you made of us. I could not do what Blip just did or anything like what Blip did. It's possible, though unlikely. I can't quite picture myself saying it quite that way, do I believe Blip would call it my ultimate good. We both believe, for whatever good that might be to us, we would probably prefer our universe to stay in a more human, non-theocentric configuration. Not become too godly, not become too anything to too many, any more than is necessary. You should understand that the other grills here all understand that what not to say. None of us like to overdo any single thing, including overindulging the South. So don't be too concerned about it. You guys just seem a little edgier, or a little too imaginative, which is another word for weird. I really hope you do understand that when we are ready, or want to be ready, we can handle quite a lot of overindulgence ourselves. Thank you. We do want to say some things we all agree with before we let Blip. You hear me out, but I need to come and explain it first before I give the rest of you a break. I've got to take that long space elevator down. It's been out way too long. Right. Would you want to come out? My friends from Blip's country. You know him as Blip. My friend is a companion and more. Blip is as old as he can make out how to say it in Blip language. Older in Earth Blip. We mean so not that far back from your old time or I remember long ago or something. Blip. Though that something doesn't seem very helpful just now. And they're a group of really good people I have been meeting on the most amazing places I can think of. In a dreamland. You say dreams can take you. Let us hope so, and go on the places that have already come true with them more as them. Some of you there, as soon as you let yourselves know you were, wanted to take care of each other. Chomsk, Blip? I should love to learn Blip to explain myself. And no monotheism here. Just cognitive discipline. I will gladly absorb Blip now. Chomsk absorbs Blip language with fanfare. Chomsk's top 10 favorite words from the Blip language. 10. What? One may try one's very best. 9. Straightforward. To have the notes right. I would say to say or say. 8. Something about the way, what of the way one wants or need. 7. For sure, you do have a beat such as it is I. 6. Dang it. Sometimes there are things a guy can do it, but sometimes they ain't nothing to it. 5. Think I say, maybe I won't even understand this, but maybe you understand it, and you understand you say. 4. One right. Let's think we see the world. 3. Maybe improbably in this one could be the one the only answer. 2. No chance at all. Maybe, most definitely there's not. And the number one favorite word. When done like in life. It could be life and living in just what there's life is for. You've taken me to an interdimensional telephone. Is it still there? And how? Do you remember what I told you of our earlier interactions here? What we all need now is for all of us to remember each other. First, we agree what it is we can say and cannot. It is our love. For we might just decide. Our truth. For it to love is more of who and what we all want it to be. That love it is. That's what is real for us here. All life is good and worth living for itself. for life in it that, in if and we, who it is due. Have you the joy, the glee? We who are at most a planet's length from your feet know a word we all use in different ways that our collective meaning seems to have much in common, maybe enough. You know that. Do we need any further words here? Does love require more words for blip or meat than just LOV? Love to love? Does one's lover take time? But do you see that I do? For me to speak your language, I had to first learn you do. Now I want to know how you learn how to talk with the he and I. Bleep blorps and bleep bloops and other blippiers. Chomsk, care to share anything with us? What does love with your blip or any of ours do or have? Does it get complicated? Why did it get started? Do you give your life for love? Yes, of course, as you would. I want you to tell me what loving someone, even dying for it, what happens that seems so true. Tell me, please, we do want to hear. What makes us want to go on if not life alone? A sense of living for a living through love. Of course life is, of course through, but something else too. Do any of you really see life as it really is if there is only life alone? Or does life sense come when one believes another person could or couldn't have any feeling, not just another one of love? We want to know more. I want to understand. We see there is meaning. That is a truth. So Chomsk shares the notion of the love song with 10 of his favorite love songs in human history. 10. And death has spread a star across the night, and everywhere the eye of man goes, there burns your memory. 9. On this cold winter day, and all my hopes lie buried so far beneath the snow. And as I pass beneath the winter's moon, and wish again you were here with me. 8. That love may always care, so bright and gentle and sublime. 7. If you're waiting for some Prince Charming to arrive, all you have to do is whistle and you'll hear it cry. 6. I held my head and cried. Why do you ask if love has wings? If it does, why don't they fly me home? 5. The man you once believed you knew has hidden beneath his crown. For these are not his days, and years go on without you and I. 4. She ran around with nobody, and so did I. 3. What would become of this old heart if it never had your hand? So strong, so tender, and so warm. 2. Oh death, oh life, oh dreams and voices of a time long lost. 1. No one wants a wife who keeps the laws. They want someone just like me, I think. I say that with an edge to what I mean. The truth can stain a truth or something of that nature. What does love do or have to have life with? The truth has teeth, loving each other and our children, and life makes love become love to live for. In and of itself, it is so easy. With any and every part of my life in your care, with one most perfect woman at the helm, and love to go wherever my boat of a life sails us to, all of us. As Blip puts it, with Blip we were always so free, we wanted more. Please, Blorp, and does song hash one have something to do with shaping? I was young in our beginning and know little or nothing of shaving or anything at all like what I want to hear. Not now. Yet with life as I really want and will it, love as we see for it to be. That is part of us now, a way we have changed our world, a way we now look. You're here on another shore. No danger. So can I tell you why? Chomsk. That's one's boat. One of those wooden or other stuff things that one makes the light of wood or the fire of or the little wheel with a star for rowing. Blip and I found them very strange to us. Did you and your boat all go to a special school? Do all stars turn as you do? Why? Why did the thing we need have a shape that can go someplace?
Oh. Works.
Take these.
Come on.
And so the bleeps, blorps, and other blipperies of Brap shared some vocalities that could be called songs about concepts which have some equidistant equivalents to the LOV acrostic. Word? Acronym? No matter. Who lives within the wood, a skin so black as night? His flesh, not star or sunlight, glows his touch makes flesh and glow. 9. Love must come before you can decide that it is love. Before love may grow, must first take hold of me and life with me. 8. We walk with our arms outstretched and walk alone on paths where none are near. Alone for each to walk, alone with only our own care to keep. 7. Say you have found me, how you have found me, and tell me, show me my home. How many must you want to fight to give to me this rotten power you come to call? 6. Death cannot enter if your heart be happy. This I know, what then should make my heart afraid to live? 5. And when I am cold, 'tis by your side to bear. I wish you back here. With me you'll have no fears. 4. A mirror is as dear to me, as dear and precious a treasure. Not for a gift to a treasure, or love hold as I'll give. 3. Darkest night they stand upon the hill, some few to seek and see the signs they need to understand. 2. Love me, I have need in many ways you don't know of yet a secret. And more, your hand I know will never grow old. And the number one favorite word, I would give you mine, my soul for yours, as soon as we could fight. When life came into the world, it seemed important enough then. But yes, now, after all this, to Chomsk kid blip at this juncture, to take away my fear. No matter that I fear it for you. That is love? Who wants to bump Shannon's to those words? Grug so embarrassed. Chomsk. Okay, fine. Show us the top 10 things you Grugs like dishing any with. Gruff. Finally. Me out bed. I'll call the guys. And the burial site was pulverized again with permission into an amphitheater where Grog and his Magon Core band, the Afrosites, plug in their amps to perform the top 10 Shannon shanties that moisten the Grog folks' panties. 10. If it was all over now, would you really care if the end came suddenly with no more pain? You'd miss the rain, or would the sun make you frown? 9. This whole world and every nation that once existed in time and space are the proof, and if we have a chance to find where life began, do you realize what it must be for someone to walk all day in shoes of a certain size? I must wonder, have they no choice where to live in this big city of ours? 7. When the earth and the universe ends, would you call me to take a final bow? As the great curtain falls, we walk our last scene with empty hands. 6. We are all fools. That is a truth that life proves over again and over again. 5. You put your foot down hard and hold it right in place. Because you know that I won't fall while you are around. 4. Life has only two truths, and to not be humble is the greatest. We make of each and everything that we can do. But no, not all do we think of. 3. It took no money for life to come and spread around. When was it that the little things won out? Oh, think and let life grow. to. Not a sign will help me from this journey and through all time. Now life itself shall set my eyes above. I'll come back for you, for I, and number one. And if the boys don't any one from life, my song you may not sing as from the earth's sphere. I will escape as you would escape the troubles in my mind, the things that made life worth. Chomsk. Okay, you are Mo. Got it! The others wail for shame of such a manly moment. To be a Mo, so many secrets from all others hidden in those hearts. Now, let's just agree. No need to bring a thug with the cloud of an armhole when the planet can have our last minute regrets of the way we act and how we screw up our life. And hear that music coming out from the drums again. In my mind, we now get the real kick and bang. With love and lust of how you think. How do you speak your soul? Where is there a place and when? On all those lonely shores, when love's at hand, the time so short is not much fun in life as well. Love has grown. If I must have loved before, with anything when it came my turn to fly. It should be noted in conclusion that no, the Chomsk could not fathom the blip and the blob droid was indeed a holography and how. I saw what they did, which is my form. Also, that for each time they thought that I must know this on C-1, well, it is always that I just wanted them to hear the love song again, C-2. I think I should try to say to each and every one how precious love is to us and how we, as life and in living life with, how we keep trying. It is one, our ultimate adventure, when we start, that each person must find that as they feel and understand the value and the place. Without each life that dies, what is so? Is it true? And did it start in the year of an alien, to use a phrase in my first language, to that moment on? I who am, is that any answer? Is the answer true or untrue? Yes, this was just a test for our mind, for who can explain why things exist in what ways? Only to continue with how we think, which means that it would be still. Oh dear, Blep and Chomsky, why is there always a why? Yes, it has a what, so what is it that life and death are ever important? Which means that things may never, ever change. What is now? The sun will ever burn me. It seems in love and life we fight. It seems that love is ever growing for us life. Love's value and significance, life's value and significance. Oh, will we change this way of my mind, of my world, of me and us and everything, as everyone but me. That we find is to a reason and that we die is another reason. Life and love should change us there. Is at one time or other no reason and how it works or makes for everything being as we were at birth? Well, perhaps now you've gotten me. Maybe. Is there a point to the stories that you say we live and life and life? What is the point, and does anyone ever wonder if that life itself will still make it the way of a mind? Or what? Me or I in that for? Or is that my fault? For everything to stay like what it ever was before it will end? No reason. A dream within a dream within a dream. And all at once within an alien world, without a thought, will love to ponder a strange what can a thought become that ever becomes our mind. Again and yet again, an ending for now of that, what we could always become. It may not change much. If you would like to learn more about love, you have an institution of shredded tree flesh upon which you write your myths of meat. I know now their name, but ask around. Find yourself in the tree and sing for the tree. Oh, my tree, do you not wish for something other than the shredding shenanigans of yourself to shred when there could be you? Of course, a new meaning or reason might just show us the tree will always hit.
Wait. I know not their name. I know not their name. That's the core of it. Ask around.
If you would like to learn more about love, you have an institution of shredded tree flesh upon which you write your myths of meat. I know not their name, but ask around. There you have it, a museum and an alien, that which we think is so very much alive. Ask my host of meat for its name. Yes, some folks may stop at the last pages if they have made it through. One should skip around here and be given each to interpret what the first folks wrote about. These may be you in a way. Again and yet again, are these not the words we write of our mind? Isn't that love has really so much more than you might ever want to try to do, that you are frightened you might still do, that you might still make, while the world so far away in every thought? Love is good, you know, for his life. Love in some of this and that. It was me that. It was not them who hurt. It was the person. The real me. And now my story, that life must change with more. Yes, these are the stories that make us and our minds to show for all of ours and their meaning, their deepness, and all of their strangeness from without, to teach a child this world, so you can stay with all the lessons for these all the times, for that are not alone or for love.
That's good stopping place. Good night.